everyone, and welcome back. It is Monday afternoon here. It's 4 o'clock. I'm just getting started on some supper. In my pan here, I just have a package of ground beef. I've just added some salt in there. I'm going to add some pepper. This is a recipe that I've never tried before. So I'm hoping that it's going to be good. So it just calls for a pack. I don't even know what this is called because I just saw it posted on Facebook, and it's somebody who posts all kinds of really good recipes, and I thought I'm going to give this one a try. So it said add salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then we're going to add a can of tomato soup. I'm going to grab my spatula here. See how this is? I'm going to use my spatula to get the rest of the soup out. I just thought I would get my camera out and share this with you guys in case it turns out to be good. So we're going to add our soup in there, it says. And then you fill your soup can up with milk. Right to the top, it says. And then put that in there. And that's it. And you serve it over mashed potatoes, so. I'm going to turn my burner up a little bit here. So I still have to get my potatoes going. I hope this is good. I thought, what an easy supper if it is good. So yeah, I thought I would get my camera out and share this with you guys too, in case it turns out to be something really good that you guys might want to try. So I'm just going to let this simmer in here once I get it mixed, and I'm going to peel and chop up some potatoes and get those cooking, and we'll just have a vegetable on the side, and that will be supper. How supper is looking. There's our meat and tomato soup mixture, and we're having beans and just frozen vegetables there, and mashed potatoes. So I will let you guys know what we all think of this meal. All right, there's our plates. There's my plate and Emily's. Daisy, get down.
I ate some of my peppers or whatever.
Did you try? Okay. Take your hat off at the table, though.
Same as me.
So anyway, we'll let you know how we like it. I'm just getting started on supper for tonight. In my pan here, I just have some sausage cooking. These were some sausages that I removed. They're Italian sausages that I removed from the casings. I've never been able to find ground sausage in our grocery store. I just assume we don't sell it, but maybe I've just been looking in the wrong places. Anyway, this is what I do. I just take it from the casings and I just break it all apart in my pan. I'm making a sausage and pasta dish. I'm not really following a recipe. I did follow a recipe for this once upon a time, but I'm just going to add some garlic to this, probably an onion, some seasonings, some pasta sauce, some heavy cream, possibly some cream cheese, and some pasta. I took out some spaghetti because that was all I could find. It's 2:44. I'm expecting the kids to be home here within the next 10 minutes. Ben has a piano lesson, so I won't get to make all of this right now, I don't think, but I thought at least if my meat is cooked, when I get back, I can put the rest together. So I might even cook my pasta and have that done, so I don't have to do as much when we get back from Ben's piano lesson. I think I'm just going to chop some peppers and that on the side. I have some red peppers in the fridge. I thought about doing I have a good recipe for, and a very easy recipe for sausage and peppers, and you do it over rice, but I'm not making that tonight because I know Ben's not a huge fan of that, so I thought we'll do this, everybody likes it, and we'll just have some peppers and stuff on the side. I took my meat out of my pan and I just have it in this bowl. I'm just getting ready to I'm just chopping an onion here to add to it. And I'm going to let this saute in my pan. Actually, I think I will put that back on the stove. Just trying to get this. The kids should be coming home any minute. Emily is still asleep, so she'll be waking up any minute, probably when the kids come home. Here come the kids. Hi.
Hi.
How was your day?
Well,
Ben is the first one home from school. Did you have a good day?
yeah.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are ya? Ben wasn't feeling the best yesterday. He was feeling tired and he had a bit of a headache, didn't you? You gonna feel okay for your piano lesson?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, so the other two should be coming through the door there any second. Usually Jacob is the first one in. So I'm just gonna get this sauteing here. I'm gonna chop up the rest of this onion. And I might cook my pasta before we go. And then I'll finish the rest when we get back from Ben's piano lesson. I'm adding a good sized spoonful of garlic to mine. Hi. How was your day? Well, we just dropped Ben off at his piano lesson, so we are waiting for him. So I just picked up a coffee for myself. But I just wanted to update you guys on the supper from last night. We were not sold on that supper. Did you like it, Audrey?
No.
And Ben wasn't fussy for it, and I don't think Jacob was fussy for it either. Dave didn't mind it. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I don't think I'll make it again. I really didn't enjoy it. So anyway, we are just gonna wait for Ben. We're just gonna go for a little drive here, I guess, and then we'll go home and get our pasta cooked and chop up some vegetables for tonight's supper. You singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
She stopped is very quiet.
I know she did. You're a great singer. Oh, so cute. All right, we're back from Ben's piano lesson. I have my pasta cooking on the stove. I'm just re-warming my meat. It's starting to stick here. I'm just going to add a can of this Canada Red pasta sauce. And I'm just going to put in a small little bit of water to get the rest of that in there. Yes, I'm going to add, oh, I don't have very much salt. Oh, thank you, Emily. Okay, oh, yes, squished. Okay, thank you. Would you like a drink? Go get your cup and I'll get you a drink. Go find your cup. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of salt. I need to put salt on my list. Some pepper. I'm going to add some Italian seasoning to mine. gotta stop screaming. I'm going to let this just simmer for a few minutes here, and then I'm going to add some heavy cream. All right, I drained my pasta, and I'm just getting ready to add, I'm not measuring this, I'm just gonna add some, well, mine's just coffee cream. To that, so I'm gonna add a little bit more than that. I also added garlic powder. I don't know if I said that or not. I'm also going to add just a little bit of cream cheese. I'm not going to add too much because it's the cream cheese that the kids like to use for their bagels. I have a block of cream cheese in the freezer, but I'm not about to get that out. I thought. And I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. Like I said, I'm not following any kind of a recipe. This is just from my head. I'm just going to let that simmer on low and let the cream cheese melt. And I'm going to chop up some vegetables to have on the side, I think. As a side, I'm just going to chop up this yellow pepper, and I have an orange one and a red one. I have to show you guys Daisy. So here we are with Daisy trying to sleep on something weird yet again. That's a bag of clothes that my sister brought home for Audrey, and Daisy knocked the rubber boots off and she's sleeping on a pair of curtains. Well, this is how supper is looking. I just mixed my spaghetti all in with my meat sauce, and we are just having some vegetables on the side. Good morning. It feels like it has been a while since I picked up my camera and filmed anything for you guys. I started this cooking video probably a week ago or more, and I just haven't filmed. I guess I haven't made anything that I felt was, you know, worth filming. But today I'm just getting ready to make a ginger cake. I'm just getting my molasses out of my cupboard here. I'm making a ginger cake for dessert to take tomorrow to my in-laws, so I thought I would share this recipe with you guys. I made this cake at Christmas time to take to a family gathering, and it was really, really good. Everybody seemed to like it. It was a nice and moist and delicious cake and such a super easy recipe. So I thought I would take you guys along. Oh, Emily is here playing with my eggs. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, I thought that I would just get out my camera and share this recipe with you since it's so easy. It's not my recipe, it's actually one that I found on Pinterest. I'm just trying to make sure that my egg doesn't roll off my counter. I found it on Pinterest before Christmas, so I'll just show you the recipe here. You can take a screenshot of it if you would like to do that. It calls for the spices, it calls for cinnamon, baking powder, and ginger, but I am going to eliminate all of those and just use pumpkin pie spice. So anyway, I have my ingredients out here. Let me get organized and then I'll get you guys set up and we'll make this ginger cake. All right, I have all my ingredients out here, but as you know, I also have the boss here. Are you gonna help?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put everything in there, aren't we? I had all my ingredients all organized here, but Emily keeps passing me things. Anyway, we're gonna start with 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Oops, I'm making a mess here. You guys can't see, but I'm throwing it all over the floor here. Thank you. Cute. A half a cup of molasses. Oh, this is brand new molasses. It's not even opened yet.
Whoa!
Whoa. Oh my goodness. It's hard not to make a mess with that. All right, a half a cup of molasses. It says mix your sugar, your molasses, a quarter of a cup of water. Butter and eggs. Okay, I'm going to soften my butter here.
Eggs?
All right, 3/4 of a cup of softened butter. Of course, I softened mine a little too much. Get that in there. And it calls for 2 eggs, and then we're going to mix this all together. So Emily, do you want to add the eggs in there? Good job. All right, let's get our attachment down there.
There. There.
That's all mixed up. For dry ingredients, we need 2 1/4 cups of flour. Flour. Oh, that's okay. Okay, another one. Okay, 2 1/4. 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. It calls for 1 1/2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of ginger. I'm just going to do pumpkin pie seasoning. I'll do that at the end though. 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Don't put that one in. Here, this one. This recipe doesn't call for any salt, which I thought was strange. Baking soda, baking powder. Okay, boiling water. I'm going to do, make sure this is pumpkin pie seasoning. I'm going to do like a heaping teaspoon of pumpkin pie seasoning. And another, here Emily. Oh, 2 heaping spoonfuls of that, and then mixed dry ingredients. Okay, so it says to mix this up, and then we have to add our boiling water. I just have mine, I just put it in the microwave instead of getting the kettle out, so we're gonna mix this up, and then we'll add the boiling water. All right, that's how it's looking. Emily keeps plugging her ears every time I turn the mixer on. Yeah, we already put all that in there, Emily. So I just have my 1 cup of water here. Oh, watch Emily, that's gonna be hot. Add that in there and mix that around. So this is what the batter looks like after I've added the hot water and mixed it. It's a lot more runny. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose is of the hot water. I don't know. I wondered if maybe it made it so that you didn't have to cook it as long. I don't know. Anyway, this is a 9x13 pan that I sprayed. I have my oven preheated to 350. That just finished preheating so we can get this in the oven. And then this also comes with a recipe for caramel icing. I don't know if I'm going to do the caramel icing or not. I did the caramel icing when I made it at Christmas time, and it was really good. I'm thinking I might just do Cool Whip on this today if I have, I don't know, we'll see. If I have Cool Whip, I might do that, and if I don't have Cool Whip, I may make the icing. So that is it. I'm going to give this a little tap on my counter to get all the air bubbles out, but this is such a good recipe. It's so quick and easy, especially if you don't have a toddler helping you. Is that loud? So we're going to get this in the oven and we're going to bake it at 350 degrees, and I will show you guys what it's looking like when it's done. There is the finished product of our cake. Mine cooked for 24 minutes and I just poked a knife in there to make sure that it was done. It is smelling so good in here. So anyway, that's what the cake's looking like. I'm going to check if I have any Cool Whip to top it with, and if not, I will just make some icing. Good morning and welcome back. It's another new day here again today. I'm just getting ready to make a pumpkin pie for dessert for supper today. I had some of this leftover pumpkin puree that I had used for pumpkin pancakes for the kids for their lunches last week, and I thought I'm cooking a roast for supper today, and I thought that the kids and myself, all of us, would enjoy a pumpkin pie for dessert. So that is what I'm making. I'm using, this is what is in my container. It's not pumpkin pie filling, it's just the actual pumpkin puree. So I'm getting the recipe for the pie from the back of the can. So the recipe makes 2 pies. I'm just making 1 pie, so I'm just going to cut the recipe in half. So I just thought that I would pick up my camera and add this to this video, and then I will end this video after this because I don't want it to be too long. So anyway, I'm just doing a few things in the kitchen. So I didn't have any onion soup mix for my roast. I always just use a packet of onion soup mix. That's how I make my roast every single time. But I didn't have any, so I had to look up a recipe for that, and so I made some of that. That's in the oven, and then like I said, this pumpkin has been sitting in the fridge since last week, so I thought a pumpkin pie sounds delicious with roast beef dinner. So anyway, come along and make pumpkin pie with me, and that will be the last, what? Oh, did you draw that? Isn't that pretty? Wow. Nice job, Emily. Anyway, I better first go and check where Emily got markers. Oh, yeah, you're getting them from there. Where are you coloring at, though? Are you going to sit at the little table? Okay, so I'm going to get Emily organized, and then we will make some pumpkin pie. Okay, I think I'm organized. I got Emily set up coloring, and I switched my laundry over real quick. So in my dish, I have 2 eggs. It says to beat those lightly, and beat lightly. Add 1 cup of brown sugar, firmly packed. So I'm just adding a half because I'm only doing 1 pie. I'm going to add all of this. I'm not going to measure. I'm not actually going to bake this right now because I have my roast in the oven, but I'm just going to mix it in this here dish, and I hope it's okay for it to sit in the fridge for a while. What are you doing? Oh. Okay, 2½ teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, so I'm going to do 1 1/4. I don't think you can ever have too much pumpkin pie spice. I'm just going to do a heaping spoonful, and that should be, actually I might do okay, 1 1/4 teaspoons of that, and ½ teaspoon of salt. So 1/4 teaspoon of salt I'm going to do. And 1½ cups of heavy cream or evaporated milk. Emily's in the background counting. I'm hoping that this kind of uses this whole can. Oh, wait now. Was that, did I half that? 1.5 cups of heavy cream. So I would need 3/4 of a cup. I'm glad I didn't dump all that in there. What are you drying? And that might be it. Evaporated milk, combine thoroughly and pour into your prepared pie shells. Okay, I think I'm going to mix this up with something better than that. So I'm going to combine this, and I'm cheating today. I'm not making homemade pie crust. I have a store-bought pie crust in the freezer, so I'm just going to use that. Anyway, I'm going to get this all mixed up. But I'm doing it one-handed now. Do you want to say hi? Are you coloring? Oh, I got you guys crooked here. So anyway, I'm going to mix this up. Hard to do it one-handed, so I will be back when I'm ready to put it in my pie shell. It's a few hours later now. It is 4:30. I have this mixed, and I just had it sitting in my fridge, so I think it should be okay. I have my oven preheating to 425 degrees, and I'm just using one of these store-bought. I think they're just the Tenderflake brand. I had one of those in the freezer, so I thought I might as well use that. And I'm currently trying to see if I can make a Cool Whip topping out of my evaporated milk that I used. I think I can. So I'm just going to scrape this out. This has to bake for 425 degrees for 15 minutes, and then you drop the temperature to 350 and bake it for 35 to 45 minutes. So we are all looking forward to this. We're having, I don't know if I told you that we're having roast beef dinner for supper. I cooked a roast, potatoes, carrots, and veggies, and then we're going to have pumpkin pie for dessert. So my oven is just about preheated, and I'm going to pop this in the oven. All right, 425 for 15 minutes. Mine's not quite preheated, but it will be in a minute. And then 350 for 35 to 45 minutes, or until the crust is brown and a knife comes out clean. Well, it's the next day here. It's supper time. I'm actually in the middle of making supper. But I wanted to end my video from yesterday. Before I forget, I actually forgot to show you guys the pie when it finished cooking. It turned out to be really good. We actually ate the whole thing for dessert. There was none left over at all. I was able to make a whipped topping from the evaporated milk with just evaporated milk and icing sugar and some vanilla. And that turned out good. It was a little bit runny, but it still tasted good. I just finished making some homemade granola, and I was wishing that I had have recorded that and shared that with you guys, but anyway, it would have made this video too long. But maybe I will share that in another video. Anyway, I hope you found some of these recipes useful. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you next time.